Hey guys, Paul here. I wasn't planning on making a video and this is going to be real short. I just came across something I thought was very cool, and hopefully I'm not late to the party and I'm the last to know about it and I'm just, repeating what everybody already knows. But as far as I know, this was kind of just put out in public like 24 hours ago or less. But apparently they're going to be publishing in the Strand Magazine a previously unpublished, unseen manuscript from Raymond Chandler. And in fact, it's a Philip Marlowe short story called Nightmare. Apparently, one of the editors of the Strand, acquired it, found it in the possessions of Chandler's former secretary, Jean Bounder Davis, I believe her name is. And apparently, the story is about Philip Marlowe finding himself on the wrong side of the law as he's sitting in prison on death row awaiting execution for some heinous crime that he can't even remember committing. Between the subject matter and the name, I'm thinking it might be a dream sequence story, and that's fine. Getting any new material from Raymond Chandler, especially if it's about Philip Marlowe, is very cool. A couple of weird or interesting notes about that. Apparently, amongst the notes, there was a reference to Raymond Chandler's wife Sissy having read it and thinking it was very funny, which would have placed the story written prior to her death in 1954. And also, apparently, on the manuscript, there is an aside, a note to himself that mentions that it kind of reminds him of the days when he was getting rejected manuscripts. And what's weird about that is, legendarily, is told that the first manuscript he ever sent out was to Black Mask Magazine in December of 1933, and it was published. Blackmailers don't shoot. So that calls that into question if that was just legend or what, and what he may have been talking about. But either way, it's an interesting aside to think about. The fact that maybe, we don't know all the story that we think we do, and maybe he was rejected as a writer before he was published, contrary to the legends and the story. But anyway, it's just kind of an interesting, little something to think about. But yeah, so Strand is apparently publishing it this week in the magazine, and I just thought it was very cool. I'm going to attempt to get an issue. I think I'm getting an issue, and if I do, I'm definitely going to be reading it, and I definitely will talk about it on the channel if if you guys want. But anyway, I thought I'd just kind of mention that. It was a cool idea. It was something cool to me, and I wanted to share. So I know there's a lot of people who like that kind of thing, the hardboiled detectives and Raymond Chandler on this end of the channel. Just thought it was kind of neat. And but do, tell me down below, put in the comments, tell me what you think, if you're interested, if you knew about it and I'm just late to the party, let me know if I'm behind on everything. Let me know if you're interested in, reading a new Chandler story or what you think about this. I think it'd be, I just think it's kind of cool. That's all. So I wanted to jump on and share it with you. In any case, so sorry, like I said, unprepared, just jumped on the camera, hoping to share something. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't, please. If you're seeing this and you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate that. And thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later.